Hey, what is good, my fellow YouTube fam? It's your boy Aaron speaking, and shout out to my boy, hold up, Minko. Y'all go subscribe to him. I just found this video on my homepage. Seems very interesting. How TikTok ruined Steve Lacy. I'm excited to watch this. So, little disclaimer, I've never heard a Steve Lacy song in my life. I probably heard this Bad Habit track. I'm not too sure. I don't really use TikTok. That's another disclaimer. I barely use it. It's like the super last resort for me. I probably go on that shit maybe once a week. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, I'm aware that Steve Lacy has been going crazy. His vinyl is selling a lot. I see a lot of talk about him on social media, you know, Instagram and shit. And speaking of Steve Lacy, my boy John over at Everything Colossal actually was the cameraman for a free show that he had in New York maybe last month. He actually uploaded that entire performance. And bruh, tell me how his team told him to take that video down. Even after they had him be the cameraman, his team told him to take it down, and they even gave him a strike on his channel, fam. Crazy. So when I see Steve Lacy's name, I just think about that, how they did my boy dirty like that. But it is what it is. Let's get into the video, fam.
Steve Lacy.
Oh yeah.
Kanye commented, album is beautiful. One of the most inspiring.
Kanye said that? Holy
Hey,
shit.
you got Bad Habit? Yo, Casto, I need Steve Lacy, Bad Habit.
They didn't know? Yo, you know what's crazy? Did you guys see that clip of the show that he had? I think it was yesterday or the day before, where somebody threw something at him, I guess. And he dead ass took somebody's phone that was in front row, had nothing to do with that person throwing shit at him, and broke the fucking phone and then ended the show. What? Come on, Steve. That ain't cool, bro. That's not a good look, bro.
In my mind, I think that TikTok is like almost 4 years old at this point. Not in terms
It's
of its
crazy,
inception.
4 years
I know it was,
already.
like, musically for a second. I mean in terms of like its cultural impact. I don't like to think about that because I don't like time passing. I'm terrified.
Facts.
It's almost an understatement to say that TikTok has changed the music industry. Everybody knows it. But it's always been fun to debate whether or not it's changed it for better or for worse. Now, I know that's a loaded question.
That's true.
Nothing's wholly good or wholly bad, and TikTok's had its ups and downs.
Oh my God, I remember that
Steve Lacy
video.
clip kind of just cements that it's mostly bad at this point. Now,
I don't mean to pause it so much, but listen, I say this all the time. The internet and real life, two different worlds, fam. Two different worlds. Too many artists have millions of followers, all these likes and comments, and shits go viral. But when it comes to actual hard ticket sales, it don't equate. It don't equate. The only TikTok rapper that I actually fuck with and I think is genuinely good, musically inclined, and hopefully he has an actual fan base, is Jaleel. You feel me? Even my nephew, he's like 10 years old. He was singing Dive In a couple months ago, and I was like, how the hell you know about that? And he's like, oh, from TikTok. I'm like, wow. I'm really old.
Now, if you're not chronically online like I am, you may not have seen this. So for a little bit of a backstory, Steve Lacy, prominent musician who's been around for years and has had multiple hits, recently was launched
He's had
into
hits?
stratosphere of relevancy when he released his biggest song ever. Technically not really, because he has songs with more
Dark
streams.
Red? Yo,
No, well,
I'm
Steve Lacy
never
was
heard of
huge.
that.
Bad Habit just was in a different category. Now it's like the #1
That's
song,
crazy.
topping the Billboard charts. It's territory that Lacy's never hit before, so it was really cool to see. Dethroning the likes of bland pop stars like DaBaby and Ed Sheeran. Though
Bland
ironically,
pop
Ed had
stars.
a song with the exact same title with just
Word, he
success.
did have
So
a-
I guess
yo.
If you're trying to get to the top of the charts, name your song Bad Habit.
I gotta
Now, it's
make a
important
song
to note
called
that
Bad
not
Habits.
Everybody shares this enthusiasm. A lot of Lacy's quote OG fans are really upset with his newfound success. Not so much for Lacy, but for all the new basic fans that have come out of the woodwork. And since it's TikTok, it's mostly
When I see Steve
little
Lacy Money in
kids
New
and
Orleans, it better not
basic
be no
people.
TikTok
I saw this a lot
fans.
when he announced his tour because he booked small venues, not anticipating the success of Bad
Yeah,
Habit.
Terminal
and
5, that
his
was the
tour
show
sold out
I was
immediately.
talking about.
A lot of people were salty they didn't get tickets. So that's kind of where the divide started. But this is all backstory because it's all kind of accumulated in one specific video, and it's pretty.
That
brutal.
venue's not
I'll
that
point it out.
small,
In the
though.
video, Lacy does the classic,
Terminal 5.
throwing the song to the audience, singing the words back move, only to find out that seemingly nobody in the crowd actually knows the lyrics. Yeah,
That's
it's pretty tough to
crazy.
watch. This is actually a common thread for a lot of like TikTok artists that blow up with a big song. One of the biggest ones lately being Ice Spice. Everybody knows that one part, but sing the second verse. I dare you. Obviously,
Facts.
TikTok
You thought I was feeling you?
and I think we're just finding out
stop.
that tool fuel is extremely limited. It's extremely powerful, but it burns out bright. And honestly, I haven't really seen anybody use TikTok to create insane longevity or build up a really dedicated fan base. The only one to do it, honestly, was like Lil Nas X.
I would say Jaleel. Jaleel has been
musician?
doing that.
Now he's so far.
I forgot Lil Nas
He's
X
one of the
came from
biggest
that.
pop stars
But
of
I
our
didn't.
generation. Name anybody else who's been able to do that.
I didn't hear him
Now, I would
from
argue he was in
TikTok.
a completely different era of TikTok.
It was through
than
like
we are now.
YouTube.
That
Yeah, it was a
pre-pandemic. And honestly, there were a lot of
pre-pandemic.
memes
Yeah.
too. So I think he was saved from being stuck in that weird TikTok pocket dimension. But I think we're seeing a slow denaturing of this whole like.
It was the
TikTok
memes.
music
It was the
culture.
memes for me
At
for
least
Lil Nas
I kind
X.
of hope so. Like I said, it's not wholly good or bad. I think TikTok's brought attention to some really incredible music, and I'm normally enough to admit that I found some really cool songs from that app. It's made cool things cool. I think that's good, but
Cool
it does
things
it in
cool.
a way where it kind of turns everything into a fad, whether or not it was truly meant to be. It's all about
That's
how
true.
you can condense it and
That's
make
true.
it like a small little catchy bite. I know this sounds obvious, like we all use the app, but it's manifesting in some weird ways. For instance, Steve Lacy released a song, Sped Up.
Sped
which
Up.
I wonder why he did that. Definitely has nothing to do with the trending TikTok audio. In fact, speeding up a song is pretty much just mandatory. when it
Yeah.
comes to
Oh, that makes sense because Jaleel dropped Dive In like a fast version and a slow version or or one of those, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he definitely did. That had to have been from TikTok.
to a TikTok hit. Most songs only take off when they're sped up, leading a lot of artists who've made a lot of really good music to release these weird like 3-pack
Yeah,
singles
that's
with
crazy.
sped up versions,
Jaleel did
slowed down
that.
versions, but I also listen to the sped up version more. I don't know why. This is all a matter of taste, but I think
Basic.
the general public just likes that chipmunk sound. And I've seen a lot of older songs get a second life this way. Recently, Oliver Tree like sped up one of his songs in a remix, and like that's doing numbers on TikTok, which
That's
is cool.
wild.
But then it gets less cool when people don't even know it's him. It's creating a really weird culture. And in a business where musicians make their
Wow.
money from cultivating like a hardcore fan base,
It brings
I feel
a
the
song
fans of
back to
music are
life,
getting, like,
though.
so disconnected from the individual artist when songs are gamified like this. It's
Yeah,
clear that
the songs become bigger than them. And that's when you never, ever want that. You don't ever. I feel like Roddy Ricch kind of went through that with the box. A lot of super duper casual, probably didn't even know about Roddy Ricch. They just knew about the. You feel me?
this landscape is ever changing and no one will truly understand what's going on. Not even Steve Lacy, unfortunately. All that being said, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. It's a weird time for music. Do you think that TikTok is helping the music industry? Do you think it's hurting it? Subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Yo, shout out to you, man. I'm gonna like and subscribe, homie. In terms of it ruining the industry, I don't think it's ruining the industry. I just feel like it really depends on how you market that artist. You feel me? You don't want the song to be bigger than them, but that might happen. Maybe a dance goes viral or a certain clip or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm a little old school, bro. I'm a little old school, so I don't know. I don't really use it, bro. I don't really use it. I'm from the LimeWire, fucking shitty ass YouTube 180p videos, fam. Like I'm used to buying CDs and shit, so I don't know, man. It's for the youth. It's for the youth. It's up to them on how they consume shit and distribute shit. And I don't know, bro. There's little kids having TikTok parties. TikTok birthday parties, bruh. I'll check you guys in the next video, fam. Peace.